What the hell did I just watch? In all sincerity, who or what in God's forbidden name would be driven to create such a sick and twisted monstrosity? Nothing could honestly ruin something for you any worse than this did for me. 2 days ago, I was looking on eBay for seasons of Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I was specifically looking for the second one since I owned most of the others. Now I'm the type of person who likes to conserve my money. So I was trying to find the season for really cheap. However, I was unable to find one for under $20, so I gave up on searching. I asked a friend if he knew of any good sites that sold cheap TV episodes similar to eBay. He then asked, "Why would you be searching for cheap movies when you can just torrent them on the Pirate Bay?" As he chuckled to himself. I then said to myself, why not? So we hung up and I looked up the episode on Pirate Bay. I scrolled through the choices, checking the comments to see if the torrents were legitimate. All I saw were a handful of comments in each link saying something similar to, "DONOT download this. It contains a System 32 virus which took me forever to delete," and other things like that. After a while of being bored searching through the torrents, I saw one with no comments. It was called Aqua Teen Hunger Force ISO. I know that it's a bad idea to download things with unclear contents, but honestly I was sick of looking all over. It's just a show. Why the hell does this have to be so difficult? So I began downloading the torrent. Oddly enough, it reached 100% at a much faster time than my downloads normally take to complete. So I unzipped the folder and ripped it to my DVDs folder. I then opened up my documents to click the folder, but I couldn't find it. I felt confused. Quickly, I found out that the DVD folder was strangely renamed to WH4 tons, which threw me off because files aren't allowed to contain question marks, not to mention that the file was somehow renamed without my command. Remaining unworried, I opened the folder and there the file was named Aqua 2EE and Hunger F4RCEIS0. I clicked it and Windows Media Player came up. I pressed full screen and started watching. The WB logo appeared along with the piano music. However, the music sounded abnormally different. It sounded slightly distorted and off-key, as if it were being played at a slower speed. The last holding note of the music proved my thoughts right. It definitely was off-key. This aggravated me, making me think, wonderful. It's glitched. Instantly, the menu popped up. What I saw took me by surprise and sent chills down my spine. Remember the DVD case of the third season of ATF? The disturbing, creepy cartoon depictions of Meatwad, Shake, and Frylock killing things with insane lunatic facial details? That was exactly what the menu was. It appeared with a sudden, beep sound. The same noise you would hear from plugging something into a large speaker while it was still on. I don't know if it was the brightness of my laptop or the fact that their faces were illuminated due to video quality, but the faces were really creeping me out. It sent a chilling jolt of fear from my neck down to my feet. The menu choices were play all episodes and set up. Wanting to get the menacing look of the characters off the screen as soon as possible, I clicked play all. I considered closing and deleting it, but I decided to just let it play. The screen went to black with a softer beep sound. It stayed like that for 10 seconds. I was about to check what the deal was when the intro came and took me by surprise. Instead of a Dr. Weird interlude or even the beginning drum beat of the song, it just started piercingly loud with, "My name is," again surprising the hell out of me. Nevertheless, I was relieved that the sound wasn't distorted this time. The intro seemed normal. Well, almost normal until Meatwad transformed into what seemed like a tombstone with a dirt covering instead of an igloo. I didn't notice it too well because I wasn't going to pay a lot of attention to an intro that I've seen 100 times already. But from what I also think I saw, Meatwad's face wasn't his typical toothy smile. It was his face of displeasure and dislike. The same look he gets when Shake breaks one of his toys. That sad and depressed look. Shake's face seemed blank and completely expressionless. He showed less expression than his typical bored face. Frylock's expressions remained normal. The rest of the intro played out just fine. However, when it ended, a strange negative static-like image flashed on screen with the sound of static, then the episode played. I don't know what the hell that was, but from how much I could pick up from it, it wasn't something I would like to see at 2 a.m. alone in my room. The episode playing was the one with the snake. Shake brought in a long cardboard box claiming to be for Meatwad. The episode was playing normally until one thing really set me off. The box said, "Cannibal," on it. I know I don't remember this episode very distinctly from when I saw it a long time ago on Adult Swim, but that box definitely did not say that at the time. I got a strange vibe coming from this episode, making me feel uncomfortable. I kept watching and everything seemed normal besides the strange creepy vibe from the cardboard box, the off-tune Warner Brothers intro, the sudden start of the episode, and that fucking main menu screen. Then at the part where the snake was sinking his teeth into Meatwad, the screen went blank. I checked the timestamp and wondered what the hell was wrong with this file. Eventually, after about 26 seconds, it cut to the part where the snake had swallowed Meatwad and Shake. You could clearly see the outlines of their bodies bulging from the snake's belly. Here's the creepiest part. In the normal episode, I remember Shake and Meatwad just being in a regular standing position while inside the snake. This time, Shake's pose was crooked and looked very awkward. He was bent backwards like his spine was fractured. There was something about it that made it seem like someone or something purposely broke it by force. Meatwad was in the shape of what seemed like a chubby baby infant slightly turned over from a sitting-up position. Very displeasing to look at. I pushed on thinking that this episode could not get any stranger. Shake was rambling on as usual. Then he said something very muffled and strange. I was hardly able to somewhat make it out. It sounded like, "Get the camera so we can post this on the internet when Babywad gets rotted by stomach acid." I didn't think Shake would ever say something like this. Hell, I didn't even think a joke like that could be allowed on Metalocalypse, or Family Guy, or even South Park. The way it was delivered came off as very morbid and devilish. As if he wanted pain and misery more than anything. Shake always loves making Meatwad miserable and tormenting him, but he only does it to rag on him, not to make him suffer. I realized I was feeling too sympathetic for Meatwad. It's just a cartoon character, right? Who cares? It's not even real. I continued watching the episode. Frylock informed Shake and Meatwad that he was going to laser the snake to get them out. But then in the middle of Frylock's eyes lighting up and zapping the snake, it cut to black with the "BIP" sound again. I was really getting sick of this. I waited for about 30 seconds while checking my phone. I looked up and just as I was about to skip ahead, the laptop lit up so fast it startled me. Frylock screamed at the top of his lungs, "OHGOD, what have I done?" The sound blared out of my speakers so loudly that it felt like it was causing a violent rumbling impact upon my spine, making me jolt and spaz in panic and fear. There was Frylock's face.